Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Moulton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Husker. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gill. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Byrne. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've stumbled around here out of the gate. They've yet to pick up their first down of the game. They're working that left side. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Hey, that goes down as a pass completion. How about the quarterback seeing the fullback, understanding I can get some positive yards here, dumping it off to him to get a small gain.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll try the jet sweep here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to pass it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. He'll field the punt and look for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Byrne. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Huskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Looking for a big gain. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Barney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go back to work trying to get something going after a couple of punts the first 2 times they've had. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Keeps looking downfield. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He didn't. Defense took advantage of it.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
The Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Cornhuskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The last two plays have not gone as scripted. It's 3rd and 19. To the air. It's Byrne. Here's a heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll ride the hot hand. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Off the play fake. He's going to run it.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Iowa 21.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kickoff.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw. It's Byrne. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
The Huskers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Power football with the run. Turning it on! What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Hawkeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Gets it out fast. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go, high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
The give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Toss to the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no boss, get it together.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gill. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ives. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Handoff from the gun. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The handoff to Johnson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. Got the first down and more. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Matt Rule delivered Nebraska's first winning season since 2016, but they lost 5 games by a single possession. Now Rule's going to have to find a way to win those close games.
They got to find a way to win the close games. They made the change last year down the stretch at OC, and now does that pay off? Because I think we all believe we watched Dylan Raiola, and he's got something to him, Palmer. He's got that special to him. You can see it in spurts, but we got to get it more consistently.
This was a program that didn't look very good a couple of years ago, and what a difference 1 year makes. All of a sudden, this team believes. There's a lot of discipline, and a lot of that comes from Coach Rule, but you're right, David. That swagger that Raiola brings this offense, it just makes them different.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Byrne. Oh, they're after him. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
At the 31-yard line. Brings up 4th down.
The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Still on his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Back to throw, it's Byrne. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The Huskers send out the punt unit. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Moulton. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the right. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is extended a little farther.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Give to the back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking for a man. It's Byrne. Snagged in the middle. It's Barney. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Finds his man. It's Hunter. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Caught in the backfield. It's Key. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. There he goes to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route, and the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And after that last score, this This is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Moulton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So now to try to take advantage of that defensive stop time starting to work against them a little bit, and we'll see what they can do. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Looking to pass. It's Byrne. Caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll try the run. There he goes. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And the Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
All right, Right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment, just give up on the play.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll give it to Johnson. Got the first down. Looking for more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Byrne. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The short hands, it's Barney. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Barney. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Gonna look downfield again. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Cornhuskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Fires to the wideout. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Nebraska! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, Dave.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Attempt the try. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The handoff to Johnson. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Byrne. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top, right down the middle. Fires complete on the crosser. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Direct snap. Got enough space. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Moulton. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. That's caught. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking for a man. It's Byrne. Quick completion on the out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
Splits the uprights right down the middle, and they've regained the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Moulton. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Gill. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
To the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Pressure coming. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rushes on him, trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll be smacked to the ground. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Back to pass, it's Byrne. Fires left. That's caught, it's Barney. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Running to Green. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cornhuskers are on the move. Rides the back and leaves it. And that's a very productive 1st down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
And the Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. It's a draw. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
And the quarterback takes a knee in victory formation, and he'll get to do it one more time as the clock winds inside a minute.